The donut is here. Prepare to be glazed.
Battleship is ready.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Shaq here, and welcome back to Empire at War: Forces of Corruption. Today, well, we're going to talk about how a campaign can go horribly, horribly wrong, and why. So we've been playing as the Rebel Alliance for a while in the current campaign in the hardest difficulty, and I've been warned that we're probably not going to make it. And I accepted that. The enemy's going to be producing more ships than us. They're going to be able to move larger fleets around, and eventually they're going to start taking out key systems. But the way we lost, and I'm gonna, spoiler alert, I'm pretty sure we have lost the campaign, was unexpected. And I want to understand why, because what ended up happening is the main place, the main hold, the stronghold world of Hoth, was blockaded in, but not by who we thought. I assumed that the Empire would come after us with a large fleet, probably partially built at Sullust, and hit us because we're so close to one of their Imperial shipyards we were unable to take out. But no, the Black Sun, of all things, managed to go all the way through a long chain of Imperial worlds without even being slowed down and hit us. And what they hit us with was, well, this. 3 donuts, 5 Venators, and an ancient Mandalorian battleship. What? Okay, but maybe we can take out those Lucre Hulks, right? Right, those are the donuts. Maybe we can take those out. Well, turns out, not so much. They can't be stopped. But why? How strong are these things? So I loaded up the Black Sun to give it a try and find out how truly strong are the Black Sun in 2.9. And what I found was they are a bit broken. Let's talk about it. So to give the Black Sun a fair shake, I loaded up the exact campaign, the main campaign that we were playing, except for from the Black Sun's perspective, and I cranked up the difficulty to the same difficulty that we've been playing as the Rebels. Now keep in mind, I didn't play the Black Sun much for 2.8, and I have not played them at all for 2.9. I am literally a noob with this faction. I don't know what their ships do, I don't know what their abilities are, and I don't know where their balance is or what roles each ship has. I played for 4 hours, and this is how far we got. Here's what happened. The one weakness that we seem to have is that we have a lower income than any of the other factions. And unless I'm mistaken, the only way to really fix this is to either build in the few places that let me build an economic station, which is not any of these. I think, what is it, like Tatooine lets me? Yeah, Tatooine lets me do it. And that'll give me a 0.1 increase on our income. And then build, what are they? And then build on the ground, just build local cantinas. And I was just spamming these everywhere because these give you the unit when stationed over, weekly income, 0.75 times planet income plus 50 credits. Gives you 50 credits and then gives you more trade income. And I was just spamming these everywhere because why not? To up that income. Yeah, the Rebels' income's a bit lower. It's more than this. I think you start with the Rebels at what, 4,000? Yeah, just blitz planets and start building. So let's try that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a first fleet together, and we're gonna surrender a little territory. We're gonna do the same thing we do with the Rebels. We're gonna sell some stuff. Everybody moving. We started with a Venator up here. By the way, the Venator's ability, it's what is it? It's overload weapons, multiplies its firepower by a substantial amount. Let's try Jägermeister first. Okay, so the first thing we're gonna use is 16,000 armor. Whoop.
C-95 here, over.
Hey, you fall back a little bit, so we can drop you in, get the sensor array.
Coordinates received.
And then
I confirm your transmission.
all of the damage. Damage is divided into, as I understand it, there is the shoots through shields damage, and then there is the, hey, I really need to delete this one ship damage because I have the overload ability. And then there's the artillery damage, which kind of equates to the same thing. Just get those guys all firing at the same thing.
Standing by. Preparing for combat.
So tank goes in first.
I copy.
As soon as the shields start to fail and we get into the armor, we'll wait a little bit longer and then we're gonna engage. Everybody go in. You guys hold position. Target this and delete it.
Holding fire for maximum effect.
Switch to this one.
Scopes.
You guys switch to this target.
Roger that.
Start moving slowly. Not like you're gonna be getting anywhere.
Attack commence.
Too slow. Oh yeah, you guys switch to that. You guys just keep firing at the shielded targets. You've almost killed him.
My web of corruption.
He's fine. He's fine. We can just sit it out. We've done it already. Battle's over.
Will be mine.
Almost in range.
Yeah, once the shields are down. Oh,
My skills.
shields aren't even gonna go down. It's gonna be all armor-piercing weapons. Yep. Alright.
May I be of assistance?
You two Huns.
Wait for your signal.
So you start with one of the tankiest ships in the game, which is a thing. You can just let it take the entire brunt of the first attack, letting the enemy come to you. You also start with artillery, so you can force them to come to you. And then just watch everything do the work for you. And target the ships you think are doing enough damage. If anybody gets into a little bit of trouble, and one ship really has to die, anybody with overload, pop it, target one target, it'll die.
Your eye then here.
Sure, I didn't remember switching it over.
Great job, Commander. Drinks are on me.
Great job.
Tactical battle imminent.
Oh. What is it? Okay. Let's fight it. Okay, so we're here to kill as many of their support ships as possible.
Guns at the ready.
That's the life
Your
goal.
command.
How many
Primary
support
target
ships
acquired.
can we kill?
I copy,
Remember
sir.
all the battles that
Ready
we've
to
had as the
fire.
Rebels. This is me just right-clicking everything at one target, by the way.
Preparing for combat.
Boom.
Being to attack position.
Boom. That's a Nebulon B dead.
Roger that.
Switching targets to the next
Ready
Nebulon
to
B.
fire. Roger that.
It's a Nebulon B dead.
I've got
Oh, their hero is taking damage. Oh, I forgot to tell the station to not shoot at silly stuff.
Locked off.
Fast forward.
Attack.
Kill it with fire. Cool, that's the majority
Bring
of
it
their
moving
support
out.
ships. Do not, oh, you didn't use it, did you? Oh, they didn't use it, they didn't use it. All right, shields are almost down.
Fire.
Prepare for the lasers and the beaming. I'm literally just right-clicking attack all and beam them.
Focusing all firepower.
Womp. that is the dreadnought. That's the take for the rebels.
We're drawing our fire. Ready for action.
At this stage of the game. As a level 1 fleet, by the way. And the rebels came and started this fight. So they came in with what they thought was enough. It's a dead dreadnought.
Open fire.
Should have gone for Dodonna. Watch these casualties. That's a tier 1 space station. I managed to nuke a dreadnought and 2 nebs. Yeah, I love the voice. The voice for it's pretty great. All right, so we gotta gather an army. This I would say is one of the big weaknesses of the Black Sun is they just don't have the
We're
cash
heading out.
to fund like an ongoing army. Though it does seem like all their starting planets have outposts. All right, let's move the Mandalorian defense group up there. Because they get artillery, really spot on artillery too. Like no joke artillery. Shit, we could build another Mandalorian Kendosai. You know that thing that was just tanking that battle? We could build a second one of those already. 16 grand. We're there. We're not going to.
Invasion commencing.
Let's take Jägerminer. That's it. Jägerminer is ours. You have a new capital shipyard planet. Cool, cool. And we're up to 22,000. We're almost at Donut. Do we want to try to just hit Mollis now? Tier 2? Instead of waiting. Let's, Gonna need you in the fleet. Let's see if we can do it. We're gonna hit it right away. That's how we roll.
Awaiting orders.
I need you to just
Fire
delete
from
him
the
now.
gate.
Thank you. I think you're in range now. Delete him. Do 5 times as many ships worth of damage with your overloaded weapon. Hey, kill him. Oh, never mind. One of my ships who just I don't even know. None of these ships should have any kind of anti-fighter ability. They just deleted that Y-Wing. Who cares about having like a mixed fleet? See, what I find is capital ships are able to survive damn near anything, and I lose all the support ships, but it doesn't actually stop my ability to win battles. Whoa. Against tier 1, tier 2 stations. Like, they're almost superfluous at this point. The capital ships can do it better.
Fighters in range.
Looks like they want to skedaddle on out of here.
Molinus is ours. So, it is week 5, guys.
Unit in production.
Week 5. And then I think we're going to go hard charging through, I don't know, Imperial territory? Or we'll do the intersection line. Because we can. Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to take Mandalore. And then we should go with like a droid army because it's funny. God, you just get all the toys. Black Sun get all the toys. They need a tech tree. I think that's the biggest, I think that's my biggest complaint. I think that's the problem that they're running into. And it sounds like the devs are going to work on it. It's that the fact that they just get everything right away. It's like if I started with the Independence, the player is going to steamroll with it, right? That's the reason they put it behind a quest and make you take 6 planets for it. Or the Empire has to research a shit ton. It must be what it is. Steve Blum's a legend, but the guy from Naruto? Come on, obviously best known as Tom from Toonami. Oh yeah, he did Tom, the robot. Yeah, he played a Mist. He played one of the 7 swordsmen of the Mist. He played the first one, Naruto's first like real mission. He plays the bad guy. It's a great story. It's good stuff. But now that we've spent our money, now we can actually start digging in and making cash. Nah, Shago, we're not being mad about how broken the Black Sun are currently. We're just testing them out. They're a hell of a lot more fun to be than to play against. That's for sure.
Backpacks, got jets. Well, I'm Boba, the Fett. Well, I bounty hunt for Jabba Hutt to finance my vet. Well, I chill in deep space.
I don't ask questions anywhere. I've also noticed that the AI kind of gets weird when you play the Black Sun on ground battles. They like run off every direction but where they need to be. Is it just me? Or does that seem like it's a thing? Revenge of the Battle Donuts indeed, Jeffrey. We're building our first one already. All right, Bastion is now under our blockade. I'm gonna stick a ship in orbit and we're gonna move on to the next planet. And we're gonna lock down this entire back section. Commander Sorta would not be proud of the Mandalorians having a consort of pirates to win their battles. His narrative arc in KOTOR 2 is actually trying to prevent. You know what? You're not wrong. The Mandalorians really have no place in the Black Sun's like little armada. If anything, the rebels would bring them on board, right? Like lore-wise, even in the new lore and the old lore, I'm fairly certain it doesn't really match up.
Yes, sir. Advancing.
My thinking is whoever ends up like capturing Mandalore puts who they want in charge.
Out. Target those lasers.
No, don't target the lasers. Target the yeah, they're not gonna be able to. All right, how do we do?
Or should I?
Tier 1 space station. Karrakhan Dreadnought. I'd say Black Sun should be replaced by independent forces. Like what? Oh, you mean like have the different, like, yeah, Mando's Night Sisters, Black Sun, you said. Yeah, Freelancer, that's interesting. Are you talking about, like, playable ones? That's a lot of playable factions. I don't know if they could actually pull that off. Oh, okay. This is a much more interesting fight. They might be able to win this. They've got a hero and a capital ship and a space station. They got a fleet and more.
Enemy sighted.
Oh shit, don't turn on your ability yet. We're not ready. We're not ready for that. All right, pop your abilities. Go. Boba Fett. I don't know, kill something. Just do whatever you want, I don't care. You'll be fine. Yeah, he's running. That's what I assumed. You! Pop your ability! And begin to pull away. Now, he won't actually get too far away. Oh, they might actually have us on this one. Donna's got some fire on him. Okay, we really just need to kill this now. We're just sitting here, waiting.
Stop them cowards before they can run.
There you are. We have now owned the entire northern section. Oh! Should have looked at that for a second. Blockaded. We gotta put some money into this. How are you doing? You are building up your outpost. So let's leave a ship here. We'll leave this here.
Construction complete.
Rest of you come with me.
I confirm your transmission.
You head here. To get another one of those ships, 16,000 is needed. Okay. That's not too crazy. I think we can do that. Do Lost Heroes respawn? That's a great question. I don't know how heroes are dealt with in the Black Sun. When I first tried this, I actually didn't lose any. But then again, I didn't try that fight because I thought Molinus would be too much last time, which it wasn't. It was actually the fleet that was back here. I'd love to take Bastion. That's getting pretty greedy though. Doom Donut in 4, 3, 2, 1. Super capital ship built on week 15. Week 15. Let's go capture some stuff.
On my way.
We're gonna focus.
Constructing.
We're gonna focus on space battles that capture territory so we can up our income. And reinforce Bespin because I'm worried we're gonna lose it. Why, hello, Fallian. How are you? Fantastic. Intergalactic Dibs Law. Will the Lucre Hulk be able to go against the Executor? I don't think so. I think that's the same problem, right? Like, you're just a bag of hit points with a ton of big anti-capital ship guns on it. The Lucre Hulk, the Super Star Destroyer's weakness is fighters. Rogue, I want donuts so bad. We were gonna get some last trip to the grocery store and we forgot.
Right away.
Tabby actually mentioned it, what was it, yesterday over coffee. She's like, I kept hearing you talk about donuts and now I really want donuts.
Ball out.
Oh man, it's true. I got my donuts. Bye. The donut is here. Prepare to be glazed.
Battleship is ready.
God, it's a cool model. Look at that. I mean, there's some weird lighting things going on when something moves, but I think it's the shadows. The game just doesn't know what to do with a ship that big.
Aye, fire an engine.
Guys, we practiced this. Stay in formation.
Stay in formation. Here we go. We're gonna fight the enemy to swing music. And here's the fun part. We don't actually have to get that close to them. Wow, did you guys get far enough to like nuke them with hold position until the weapons go pew pew? Nope. We should keep moving and then hold position once the weapons go pew pew. Hit pew pew and stop.
I'll get there.
Let them come. So, how's our health? Oh, you guys should be falling back. We have 45,000 heavy armor.
Let's move out. Moving into position.
I don't know what any of these do, except for the R41s. I do remember what those do, because I gave them as rebels. Cloaks! I think the cloak shaped are what bombers, right? No! They are Alpha Strike fighters. Well, something's in... By Dreadnought at maximum range. He will be dead before he ever gets a chance to even look sternly at us, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Look at it. What are they doing? Normally they come after you. You do any hull damage and they're like, I'm gonna eat that. All right, let's just go.
You try flying this thing.
It's gonna take us a month and a half to get there anyways. We might as well move forward. I wonder if they hired from like, oh my God, he's almost dead.
I get it.
What's left? Kill those bombers! No! Doesn't matter. The donut does that its job far better than it does, so. All right, kill it. Kill it. Kill it. Kill it.
Watch your six.
Response to being called.
Hunt. Kill it. Station's ours. Folly is under our control.
They're trying to run from us.
He drank the wrong Jawa juice and he's turned evil.
To that location.
All right, let's go kill this fleet. We have to hurry though. Hopefully the ground army's not gonna beat us there. Go Donut, I need you to be fast. Zesty, thanks for 100 bits. I love the idea of Stormtrooper redemption stories.
Imminent.
The Finn one doesn't count. Yeah, the Finn one wasn't very good. I like the idea of following the story of a Stormtrooper who signs on because he wants to, you know, bring apart a better world. He never wants to see the Clone Wars happen again, and then he is confronted with the truth of the Empire, right? He sees the damage that he's doing
Yes, sir.
to those that are,
Let's go.
you know,
Keep
other.
going.
And, you know, somebody with some freaking moral cojones and is like, well, now I got to figure out what the I'm going to do about this, you know? What am I going to do? Where am I going to go?
Primary charge.
Battleship is ready.
Debating on what to shoot at. You know, the problem with the, hey, your shields are the best thing is that, like, half the weapons in the game, as a bonus, as like a key thing that your force gets, is that half the freaking weapons in the game pierce shields.
Bring it here.
Who cares about having shields as your main thing if most of the weapons in the game outside of,
Attacking.
I guess the Empire doesn't really have any pierce.
Firing.
So it really breaks, so I guess when the Black Sun do it.
Yeah, make up the lead.
Come to think about it, it's really just a Black Sun problem.
Aye.
Outside of torpedoes, which is like their big strength. See, this is why I wasn't gonna bring any belts in. The donut could do it without losing anybody. I might as well have just waited and let the donut take care of all this.
You're gonna make me a lot of money.
The donut and the Providence. No! Do not let them escape. You must fire at those engines. Even though they've got two of them and we're probably never gonna catch them in time, but try.
You're gonna make me
Oh
a
shit.
lot of money.
Switch targets, switch targets, switch targets. Major credit producing planet. And we're gonna join up with the fleet over here. Yeah.
Tactical battle imminent.
Bring on the battle nut. Donut, I'm sorry. The family show. What it just came out of my mouth. As soon as you send anything in that has low health.
Yeah, let's get moving.
Alright, let's go kill the space station. This is already dead.
Fire. No, don't run.
I think that's gonna give us, what, the entire trade route? Are we shit talking the Providence? No, I love the Providence. It's a really cool looking ship. Quite the opposite. I was admiring its sleek lines. How dare you think I'm trap talking the Providence, all right? Oh, hey. I just realized we could now double the fleet size. I totally forgot this fleet was here. We were gonna use this to take over like these other worlds because we could have been fighting over those this entire time. But now we might as well just give the donut the dream. We're gonna keep moving. I want to get this entire line, except for obviously the hut space. That's not gonna happen. Fire.
Fire for maximum effect.
Man. How you doing back there?
I copy.
Ooh. Oh no! No, 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 no! Oh, they got through. Ah, you poor bastard. Oh well.
Copy.
Don't let up, boys. Aye.
Form up.
Alright, all you. And him. And him. The rest of you, go kill the fighters that are coming in.
Standing by.
Kill the Y-Wings.
Yeah, make up the lead. We're ready to go.
Ready for orders.
You were just walking through snow. Keep in mind, this is the hardest difficulty,
You're
guys.
gonna make me a lot of money.
Destroyer here.
Right on damn shield.
Eat that, you arrogant son of a...
Proceeds not to be deleted. I don't know. I think attacking the border world to Hoth
Ready to
in week... Are we even past week 30 yet?
boys.
I copy.
And winning with the casualty of like an Arquintons and probably a handful of fighters. It's pretty much deleting anything in his path.
Targeting enemy. Awaiting command.
So that's actually pretty accurate. That's probably what the losses would have been like. All right. So for example's sake, you guys have seen me take, I don't know how many of these tier 1s and tier 2s. All right. So imagine that we continue to do this. We have just secured the entire left-hand side of the map.
Let's
I'll give the
move
order
out.
to head up there so we can
Reporting
kill
in.
Vader, because it'll be fun to fight Vader and all those ISDs with that group. See if they can stop the donut. We have control over the north. Oh, I totally forgot about the second fleet.
I'll get there.
We should have been cycling back and forth between the two fleets.
Mission log updated.
Kind of forgot they exist up here. Not gonna lie. And that's another one of the, oh, there's our fleet. That's another one of the Kendo size. So we should be able, we control all of this. This is all blockaded. And we're making almost 6 grand. All right, so a 4-hour stream or 3.5-hour stream, we managed to take over the capital shipyard in the north. We managed to push all the way to the rebel major base in the south. And outside of 2 poorly defended planets, if we could take out Jakku and Ilum in the north, we could literally have access to the entire map as the Black Sun. And I didn't corrupt a single planet the entire time. By week 30, we had very strong control over the galaxy. And that's where the Black Sun are. And I did exactly what the AI did to me, except for I didn't wait to build 3 donuts. I only built the 1. Now, I think the core of this is the fact that I was building, a ship that had heavy armor at 45,000 armor. That's twice and a quarter of what an ISD has in one ship that's also armed with artillery cannons all over it. Having something so powerful so early means that the AI or the player can steamroll around. At least that's what I've found. And it's not a very interesting ship to use. Big, heavy artillery, slow, means that you're going to drop it and push it forward, and it's going to kill anything in its path. That's all you're going to do with it. That's not very exciting. It's not very tactical. Now, there's a lot of things that devs could do, and I know they're talking about how to change the donut, the Lucrehulk, how to make it more interesting, how to still keep it kind of lore-friendly. It is a ship out of the Clone Wars. Now, we did end up fighting Vader at the very end of this, and I wanted to see, I assumed the donut couldn't beat this, and we talked about it briefly in chat. There are 5 ISDs in this fleet. One of them is Vader, who's giving everybody like a 15% bonus to combat in general across the board. And we have no heroes, 1 donut, 1 Providence, a Venator in the background, and a handful of fighters. This is our fleet, and it is max cap on this fleet. But this should be able to decimate us because it's what ISDs love to hit, something big and chunky that they can throw rounds into. And in this fight, we do lose the donut. It's taken out. It's destroyed. But not before we end up killing one ISD and almost killing another. And the only reason we didn't kill Vader in this fight is because I targeted the wrong ISD thinking it was Vader and not the one that was right next to him because their icons overlapped. Yeah, that's the thing. So what can be done about this? Well, there's all kinds of cool ideas, and I know the developers are talking about it and figuring out for Awakening the Rebellion how to make the Black Sun more interesting to play, how to rebalance them out so they play along the same power curve as the rest of the factions. At the very least, make it so they don't just, as an AI, steamroll across the 2 major factions of this time period so early on in the game. Now, if you play this on a lower difficulty setting, you can stop the Black Sun. It is possible to win. It's possible to win on the hardest difficulty, but you're going to be building your fleets not to fight the Empire as the Rebellion. You're going to be building your fleet to stop the Black Sun. Does that sound like the Galactic Civil War to you? Because it doesn't sound like it to me. And that's one of the issues. And one of the reasons why I think we're going to go ahead and just put to bed the campaign that we're playing now as the Rebels until we have another big update for the Galactic campaign. Now, that being said, thankfully, we can play without this faction. So don't think that, hey, Awakening the Rebellion isn't playable right now. It totally is. Just play without the Black Sun turned on if you don't want to have to fight fleets built basically like this one. I was actually quite happy to see the donut get kind of wrecked here by a fleet that's specifically designed to take it down. Like, this is the perfect fleet to do it. A lot of ISDs, and they don't even have to bother bringing in the other ISDs that it's got in the backup portion of this fleet. Whereas the same fleet in our Rebel campaign, we defeated pretty handedly because we came at it with starfighters, because the Empire has a very specific weakness. They're weak to starfighters, and that's what our Rebels are all about. So these ships are, because this fleet isn't very well mixed. It's all about large target DPS, really, isn't it? Yeah, ISD, a victory, and then a Venator back there. Man, yeah, that's a lot of turbo lasers, but that's what we figured out. So I'm curious what your thoughts are, your experiences are with the Black Sun. Of course, this is me having played for, 4 hours. I think I've got a total of maybe 6 to 8 hours of Black Sun experience in this video as we were kind of crushing across the galaxy. So I look forward to hearing what your thoughts are, especially people who've been playing the other factions, not playing as the Black Sun. Let me know what you think in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe to the channel for more sci-fi gaming and modding goodness. And as always, thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you next time. Later, everybody.